Okay, good morning, evening, whatever, afternoon, whatever it is, everyone. Yeah. Hi, everyone. Let's get started. I'm a little bit dead today, so just have to be ready for that. Okay. Anyways, after all, who feels alive, guys? Raise your hand if you feel energetic, happy, and all that kind of stuff. Raise your hand. Let's see how many people. Okay, we have a lot of people. Okay, good. Put your hand down. Raise your hand if you have barely survived this week. That's me. Anybody else? Okay. Okay, so I'm a little bit dead today, so you will have to entertain yourselves, guys. I'm sorry, but yeah, it's been crazy. Let's get started. But I may be a little bit slow and stupid today. Anyways, yes, you can change your names. Just give me a second. Yeah, now you can change your name. Yeah, you can change your names. If you need, you can turn on your camera. Yeah, and please turn on your camera. And yeah, of course, I would like to start with a few words to our beautiful ladies. So, happy holidays, sisters. You know that we can do everything if we want. That's the rule of our life. So just be happy and remember that you can do everything yourself. We're unstoppable. Ladies are unstoppable. So, yay. Congratulations, everyone. So we're going to get started, and let me share my screen. Today we're going to talk about holidays, just because it's a holiday and because my imagination is not really good. So if it's holiday, we're going to talk about holidays. So let me share my screen. Yeah, you can see that I'm very happy. That's because I slept enough tonight. So life is very simple, basically. If you sleep enough, you kind of feel okay. So let's talk a little bit about yeah. So since basically it's March now, so it's supposed to be spring, it's supposed to be warm, nice, and sunny. So, in the chat, if you can see my presentation, if you can see my beautiful blue screen, so in the chat, please type how many degrees you have today outside. So, let's check if some people have nice spring already. Some people say no idea. Okay, actually we have pluses. Do we have anybody with minuses? Do we have anybody with negative degrees outside? Okay, we have some like -6, -4, and blizzard. Oh my god, that's bad. Okay, anyway, so yeah, for more people, okay, +18, -15. Natalia, where are you? Which city are you? In. Yeah, so in Moscow today it's 7. I woke up because it was so bright outside and the sun was shining. So, yeah, nice day. So, they were going to, yeah, welcome back to the speaking class, speaking club. So, if we have any newcomers, welcome. In Yekaterinsport, -15. Oh my God, that's bad. Okay. I wonder how many degrees are in Tumen because I'm from Tumen. Okay, so let's get started. Welcome to our speaking club. So if this is not your first time here, just sit and relax. If this is your first time here, I'm going to take us through the rules. Anyways, the rules are important, so please listen carefully. You know, this is like a plane. Even if it's not important it doesn't matter how many times you have flown in your life, you still have to listen to the cabin crew just to make sure that you remember how to save yourself. So that's the same with the English club. Anyway, so this is a speaking class, so we can practice our fluent and confident speech. So please don't be afraid of making mistakes. That's okay. That's not really important. The most important thing that we are all here to practice our English and just have nice time. Both things are important. So you have to practice your English and also have a nice time. So okay, and we of course have some club rules, so please don't just say yes or no, please elaborate, give extra information, ask questions, keep the conversation going, be a nice person. That's the hardest part. here, but we all can do that. So just be a nice person and have a nice time with your partners. At the same time, please don't speak yourself. Also, make sure that everyone in your group has something to say. And last but not least, please don't talk about politics, religion, or any other topic that can be controversial and just spoil our mood. Okay. Also, I think I have, yeah, so we're going to work in groups or rooms, I call them both, and you can select a group yourself according to your level of English. So the bigger the number is, the more advanced your English has to be. If you're A2, 1 to 5, if you're B1, 6 to 16, if you're B2, 17 to 24, if you're C1, 25 to 30. That's the logic. And very important, guys, 3 to 4, don't draw on my, yeah. Okay. And very important, guys, 3 to 4 people per room. 3 to 4. Okay. So please don't join a room that has too many people because I'm going to remove you from the room. Okay. So just be mm, okay. So just make sure that you don't join a room that has too many people, because if you join a room that has 4+ people, I'm going to move you to a different room. This is very important. 3 to 4 people per room. And here is the logic. So when I click the button, not now, guys, my hands are here, look at them. But when I click the button, you will see a window that appears automatically and you will be able to select room yourself. But if you have some problems, if you have some issues, just let me know in the chat and I will try to help. Okay, and a few more rules that I've added just recently, but they have been working perfectly by far, so here they are. So do not, one more time, do not join a room that has 4+ people. I will move you, okay? I hope that everyone is very clear on this topic. So if you get kicked out and move to a different room, that means that I'm just rearranging rooms. But at the same time, you can switch rooms, you can change rooms yourself. So if you don't like your room, you can go to you can go to a different room. So please do that. It's okay to change rooms. It's okay. You can try many rooms, you can talk to different people, or you can find one room that you like and stay with them. It's absolutely fine. So do what you want. I mean, yeah, well, do what you want, but just the main idea is just to have fun. And if you, this is important, if you get kicked out, send a message under the post with the link in our Telegram channel, under the post with the link. I'm monitoring the post, so if you need any help, I will see and help. If you need any help, also use the channel. If something is wrong in your room, if you need my help, if you have questions or anything else, use the Telegram channel. I see everything there. Yeah, I just black here. And do not leave your room as soon as you see the invitation to come back. Use the last minute to say bye-bye to your partners. And guys, today we're going to talk about holidays, because as I said, my imagination is not too good, and if it's a holiday today, we're going to talk about holidays. So I have some questions for you, but again, this is a speaking class. So you can talk about anything that you want, except for politics and religion and any other things that can make you sad. I have some questions to help you, but if you talk about something else, that's completely fine. You don't have to answer my questions. You can talk about something else. The main purpose, again, of the club is just for you to practice English and have fun. That's it. You don't have to follow my questions. They're just here to help you. And before you start with the questions, remember to introduce yourself. So give a few words about your name, your, I don't know, age if you want, where you live, where you work, maybe some hobbies, maybe something else, a few words about the weather. So make sure to meet your partners before you start with the conversation. And here are the questions that I have today. So first of all, today is a holiday. So your plans for today. So that's a public holiday, basically. So today is a public holiday. Your plans for today. What are you going to do? In the country where you live, how many public holidays are there? Do you have any long holidays? Like in Russia, we have long holidays, for example, New Year holidays or May holidays. They are long. And for example, when I worked in Serbia, I had only 10 days per year. So it was so sad to go back to work on January 2nd. It was the most depressing thing ever because in Serbia, you don't have a lot of public holidays. What about your country, the country where you live? What are the holidays that you do celebrate and the holidays that you do not? So there are many holidays, but some of them we don't celebrate for personal reasons. So talk about that a bit. Do you prefer to spend holidays on your own with your friends or family should be or family, or at public gatherings? So, for example, when you celebrate New Year, do you celebrate it yourself? Do you celebrate with the family, or do you go, for example, to the Red Square and enjoy the crowds there? Okay, and do you have any religious or family or just personal holidays that most people do not celebrate, but you do celebrate? So here are the questions that I would like you to cover. But again, if you don't like my questions, then I will be very sad. Okay, no, technically, if you don't like my questions, you can talk about something else. That's completely fine. Okay, guys, so that is it. Let's get started. And I'm going to bring back the slide with the logic here of how to select a room, and I'm going to open the room. So you're going to have, give me a second. No, sorry, guys. Sorry. Okay, guys, you can chill, you can relax for a second because it's going to take me some time to open the room. So just get ready. Okay, here it is. Okay, it's taking us some time. You can change your rooms. You can. Okay. You're going to have 30 minutes to discuss the questions. Okay, are you ready? Let's go. Yay. So please join a room. If you do not see the rooms, let me know in the chat which level you have. So you should be able to see our rooms. If you do not see any rooms, let me know in the chat and I will help, especially if you have an iPad, if you're connecting from an iPad. From an iPad, you will not see anything. So please join a room. Or if you don't see the window where you can join a room, let me know in the chat which level you want to join. So if you have a problem, let me.
I think that while we are waiting for that, so we can start.
Yeah. Well, my name is Sasha, actually. I live in St. Petersburg. I'm 25 years old, and what else can I say? I'm very glad to see you.
Oh, it's very nice to meet you. I'm Sonia, I'm 15, and I live in Belarus. But I have been to St. Petersburg many times, and I really enjoyed it. I think that it's a great city, and probably I will be living there for some time in the future. So yeah, a great city.
Very nice to hear.
So I think that we can start discussing questions which we have been given.
First of all, I want to say happy holiday, ladies. This is your day, I believe so. So happy holiday.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So where are the questions?
I've made a photo so I can read them.
Mm-hmm.
Today is a holiday. Your plans for today is the first question. Do you have any plans, guys?
Well, I think that I can start. Actually, for me, this day is not a holiday because I'm going to spend it on walking. Right now, I'm speaking at the English Club, and after that, I will be preparing for my exams. And then in the evening, I will be dancing at my dancing classes. So it's actually not a holiday, but at least I know that today I'm doing what I like doing. Even if I'm preparing for my exams, they are quite. It's quite stressing, but I like the subject. So for me, it's quite interesting.
Oh, sure.
That was unexpected.
I was kicked out, I would say, yeah. So, speaking of me, today is a holiday. Your plans for today? Just spend some time with my family.
Oh, well, that's great.
Yeah, that's. I see the suffering in your eyes.
Yeah.
So yeah. Which town?
Bobruisk, but currently I'm in Minsk.
Oh, you're studying.
Yeah. And where are you from?
I'm from Brest, and I'm staying in Brest right now.
Great.
Yeah. So, how are you feeling this spring morning?
Well, actually, I feel great because it's sunny outside and it's plus 15. And, you know, we actually haven't had a winter, I think, because there was no snow, so I really enjoy that right now. We're having a real spring because it's sunny, it's plus 15, but as I know, it's not for so long because it's going to be cold in a few days. But now I'm enjoying the weather, I'm enjoying the mood of this holiday, and happy the 8th of March.
Yeah, actually, the sun is so. It's just blinding. I can't. Like, I have lenses, so that's like. That's why my eyes are super sensitive. And like. I cannot stare into the sun. So yeah, we have someone new. Sasha, hello. How are you?
Hello, ladies. I'm good. How are you today?
Oh my god, I didn't expect you to be I'm sorry. Well, that's a pleasant surprise.
It's not a big.
So yeah, where are you from?
Technically from Russia, but currently I'm in Boston.
Are you? Oh.
Whoa.
Massachusetts. Yep.
Oh yeah. Oh. My geography is bad, so I was just like, yeah, that's something foreign. So yeah.
Just consider Moscow. Moscow easy to understand. Capital of Russia, right?
I believe so.
I mean, it's not a Bobruisk, but still kind of Russian-speaking city.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys. Yeah, let's move on to our questions. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so today is a holiday. Your plans for today? Okay, I will be first because I like to yap. My plans are to decompress and to rest all this day, but then I will have to clean my house because I have 2 cats. Okay.
We lost Sophia. It looks like it's a bad luck for her. She's just getting back and forth from different rooms.
Well, maybe Lisa just counted that there was like 4 people and was. I'm moving you to another one. So yeah, what's your plans for today?
So if it's about it's a bit And then I will go to Moscow region, to Sergiev Posad, and I will go to church and will help with some flowers. I think that's all.
That's a nice plan. Something with the connection, Irina. You have some kind of problems with the microphone, I suppose, but
probably, yeah. So sorry. I will when I will at home I will turn on videos. Oh, but right now, sorry, I'm in road.
Gotcha.
So yeah, Sasha, what's your plans?
I was thinking about, also, because we don't really celebrate here in, US and Massachusetts as well. They mostly celebrate like 14th of February, blah, 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 but 8th of March, maybe only Russian-speaking people do celebrate. So anyway, I would like to find some kind of flowers. It would be cheaper than, 3 weeks ago. And, it looks like total rip-off because they do charge you for every little piece and every little plastic stuff. So technically, I wouldn't say about tulips, but maybe roses and maybe, I don't know, some kind of I don't know, other flowers. I don't know. It depends. So, and they usually sell dozens of, tulips or roses. So you gotta add extra one or, just take one out just to make sure that it's a like odd amount of flowers, not like even. But they don't understand what is it, like 12 or 14. It's just like for for the cemetery or for, I don't know, for the funeral. I don't know.
And also, like, the strange tradition is to actually gift a flytrap Venus for the 8th of March. So, yeah, you can also consider that.
Consider what? Sorry.
Flytrap, like this little thingy.
Never heard about that. Interesting.
I will show you the picture because I don't remember how it is in Russian. Yeah, like these ones.
Oh, jeez. Venus flytrap.
Yeah, I actually had one of these. They are actually very easy to maintain. Like,
is it the kind of flower?
And also, they catch flies.
Gotcha.
Actually, yes, and it is. It eats insects, so yeah. Not big ones though. So that's kind of a downgrade, but whatever.
Carnivorous flower, I guess.
Sasha, could you please tell us what is the weather in Boston?
I don't really know. It's a midnight, and it's pretty much windy. It was maybe, I mean, if I look at my computer, it shows me about 36, 39 Fahrenheit right now. It's about maybe 2-3 Celsius. But the weather is kind of cold, I would say, windy, cold, and I don't really like this winter. I suppose maybe in Moscow kind of the same, maybe a little bit warmer, but
7 degrees.
Yeah, so it looks like we have a little bit colder right now, but it looks like after like 11 a.m. it will be warmer, but still windy. I mean, we could call it like a windstorm or whatever. Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys. I need to let out my cat of my room. Sorry. Excuse me for a moment.
Sure.
It's because you don't develop your own knowledge.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Irina, it depends on what type of students you teach. Because, for example, if you teach like just little students, little children, okay, of course, we are not we can't talk about like some extra developing things, skills, because the knowledge that you use in this case, like it's not so difficult. But if we are talking about teaching like advanced students or maybe business
Hello.
Oh, hi. Yeah, do you have any problems with your internet? Or with mine?
I don't have any problems. It looks like you are the only one in this room. I was like wondering why person just stays and just waits for it. No, it looks like, I mean,
Oh,
yeah.
I mean, yeah, actually, Dasha, I don't remember her name, she always also has some problem with the internet, so she will return, yeah? So that's why I'm waiting for her or anybody, yeah? So that's why, yeah.
Sometimes you can,
I also...
Sometimes you can wait forever because, sometimes people coming back and forth and they don't really return because sometimes they just met someone who just...
Really?
I mean, if you don't really kind of agree with each other that you met in some extra or some specific room, probably...
I see also. Yeah, actually, I'm not a very regular visitor with classes, so I just know the usual rules. So yeah, and please tell me, how long have you been living in Boston?
I suppose maybe 7 years right now.
I see. Yeah, and okay, let's return to our questions here.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, first of all, what are your plans for work?
Plans for today?
Yeah, personally, we have discussed. Yeah.
Actually, I was Googling and Yandexing some kind of new features of the Yandex browser and the Yandex GPT right now, and I found out that right now Yandex not only translates in the real time English videos, but also Chinese, Korean, and Japanese. And right now, I mean, maybe 5 minutes before we start this Zoom, I started to translate in some kind of Japanese videos straight from the this kind of resource Bilibili. It's mostly it's a Chinese resource, kind of alternative for YouTube for Chinese, but it's mostly about Chinese and Japanese videos like Mango or some kind of games in Japanese, and it's amazing. It starts maybe it was thinking for example like I don't know, maybe 3 minutes, but it starts translating with a real Russian voice. You can choose the voice, like usually 2 males, 2 females. And it translated from Japanese like with a snap of the finger. I was like, wow. I mean, I saw how it did before with English, but with the Japanese, because I'm really zero in Japanese or in Chinese, but it's some kind of miracle that I never see before, and just it's something amazing because it's a huge contest. I mean, you couldn't even imagine how many videos they have. I mean, even like 10 years ago, but right now it's like every couple of months it doubles, if not triples. So it's some kind of amazing stuff. I'm a little bit shocked, and I'm just positively shocked, I would say that way.
Yeah, it seems really interesting. But actually, I just only use DeepSeek, and for me, it's also even it's very amazing.
So does DeepSeek translates from Japanese into Russian, or what's the main features?
No, just I use Russian very often, but also for me it's just very impressive for me how we can use it everywhere, because I am using it, at work and in many tasks. So even it's very amazing. And of course, if we're talking about languages, I agree with you. So yeah, we in general, AI for me it's something something absolutely adorable. Yeah, because I really can't even imagine where we'll be in 5 years. So as a humankind, as a humankind, because I think that it helps in so many spheres. So it looks absolutely unbelievable.
Exactly, I agree.
Yeah, and are you working in IT sphere?
Can you repeat? Is that a question or?
Yeah. Are you working in
No,
IT sphere?
no. I mean, I'm kind of. I should work in an IT sphere, but I'm actually a taxi driver.
Oh, okay. And I'm IT recruiter, so that's why I work closely to IT. So for me, it's very perspective what's going on in IT right now.
You know, technically, I know what you're talking about because I get 2 offers to Google and Apple 2 years ago, and unfortunately I choose Apple. But you know, even though you can probably say that my English is, you know, a little bit higher than average, I completely didn't understand most of the employees in Apple because they come from India. And yeah, I mean, it was a complete disaster. I mean, for me, I understood only those who come from Russia, Kazakhstan, and US. I mean, Americans, perfect.
Yes.
You know, Russian speaking, perfect.
Yeah.
Even some, you know, Brazilians, also good. But all these guys from India and Pakistan, that was a headache.
Yeah, Pakistan. Yeah.
Every time they call you, they don't know what they're talking about, you know?
Yeah. I absolutely understand it because I like Indian movies.
I mean, you know, one question is to like Indian movies and watch them, another have Indian movies in your life every day.
Yeah.
When people just, why don't you tell the before the day? And I'm like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
And when it's like 5 guys coming to you and asking you, did you watch that video before? What did it? And you know, I'm completely didn't understand what they're talking about. So I mean, they asking, did you watch this? Did you watch that? I mean, and most of this video were recorded by also Indians with the same accent, and you know, and you couldn't rewatch it somewhere. There's no subtitles. It's not on YouTube. They just record this stuff by themselves because it's a kind of, you know, they call it NDA, non-disclosure agreement.
Yeah, non-disclosure.
So that means that you cannot, you know, share or upload it or any. So it's kind of closed information which you need to watch just inside of, I mean, in perspective of inside of the company, and just, you know, kind of digest this information somehow. I mean, at least I was asking the folks, can you just give me some PDF guidelines or like any TXT doc? No, blah, blah, blah. Our servers are blah, blah, blah. I don't know, overloaded or whatever. You should, I don't know, ask for the Apple support. There's a 3 or 4 Apple supports. They were constantly trying to help me, but didn't. I don't know what's going on. So I was completely, I don't know how to say, stressed watching like for, you know, 5 times a day I was watching the same video just to get like at least 10% of information, which usually I would, if it would be some kind of American, it probably takes me, I don't know, like a couple of minutes, not just several hours. Yeah, that was a disaster. But
I completely understand you because when I working with also international guys, but I'm mostly working with Greeks, with you know, also Turkish, and it's a big problem because sometimes their accents are absolutely, I don't know, they are impossible because I absolutely understand you because English has so many accents, so many, it's impossible to know all of them. It's impossible. You know.
I would probably prefer Greek accent instead of Indian.
Oh, you know, I also have had some interesting colleagues from Scottish, from different also part of English.
So
England. So and it's also very difficult. You know, it's also very difficult. Because also even in British English also has Scottish accent and other accents. So you know, it's also a big problem to understand them. And I think that American accent is the best accent for me. The best accent for me. Because oh my gosh, it was a big problem.
It depends. If you ever heard the Californiese accent, probably you will be, I don't know, upset. I mean, most of the accents are good, but I mean, Californian and maybe this redneck from, I don't know, Tennessee or Alabama or even sometimes from Texas, it's not the perfect. I don't even know what you're gonna make me about. It's like something like this.
It's also from American movies, absolutely. Sometimes it's very difficult.
This one reminds me from this, you know, Cars 1 and Cars 2 and Cars 3 with this meter, like towing truck, who was speaking that way with the, you know, with his McQueen, if I'm not mistaken. But McQueen speaks. I mean, the person who narrates McQueen is good, but this one who narrates Meter, the stone track is something like this, kind of redneck accent.
Rednecks, yeah. Oh, you know, it's like in Chinese, because Chinese also has a lot of accents, a lot of difficult accents.
I don't know. I mean,
so it's, believe me, my friend, she's a Chinese translator, and I know I have heard about it a lot. So yeah.
Do you have any Chinese natives in your vicinity, in your, you know, nearest?
No. I just one of my friends is a Chinese translator. So she works a lot. So, and she has she's very, very I know how to say. Also, it's also difficult even in pronunciation, you know, because there are four intonations, and it's also very difficult because their accents are so difficult. That's why they also, from different parts of Chinese, they don't understand them. Even Chinese people really don't understand. So it's, you know, languages. It's a big problem. And also, why Boston? Why not, I don't know, California or probably other districts?
Yeah, I'm asking this question every day to myself. Yeah, technically I came first to San Diego, and then I was there maybe for, I believe, 6-7 months. But then one of my ex-friends called me just for some kind of help. He needs some help with English because he said blah blah blah. I don't understand English. Can you help me? Blah blah blah. We need some, you know, business start. I mean, some kind of startup. So, and unfortunately, I came. And, you know, sometimes you came here and you just kind of, I wouldn't say that you're here forever, but, you know, it happens sometimes like it happens. But more or less, there's some positives, some negatives, of course, like in any other states. At least in this state, in Massachusetts, we have less people than in New York, for example, or Chicago, or in Philadelphia, or in, you know, San Francisco and Los Angeles. So, and the average wage is a little bit higher. I mean, because not so many people here in Massachusetts. I mean, I wouldn't say that it's true, but they think that Massachusetts is the most intellectual state because they have like Harvard and MIT and Boston University,
Harvard,
blah, blah, blah.
MIT.
So I wouldn't say that this is one of the brilliant universities, but most of the Massachusetts citizens believe in this stuff, in this kind of shit. I don't want to reassure them that it's not true. I mean, because in California there are also some kind of Berkeley and Stanford and Caltech and I don't know what, Davis and all this, Cal something, Cal unis all over the California. But it's a kind of, people believe that somebody wants to tell them to believe. So when they ask them what's the difference between MIT and Harvard, they have no idea. I mean, I saw, as you said, like some kind of problems for the Chinese. I technically know what you're talking about because there's a lot of Chinese in MIT and Harvard, and when you start talking with them, you realize that I don't know how they pass this, this GRE test or GMAT test or whatever test they passed. I don't speak about TOEFL because you need to have some kind of more sophisticated exam, but what I definitely know that they pass this test somehow because they write and read a lot. But when it comes to speaking and listening, they are close to zero, really to the zero. But I mean, they pass test with the reading and the writing tests much better than average American. That's
because really their language is more difficult than English, of course, much more difficult.
I don't know.
So that's why for them, believe me, I try to learn this. I also learn a bit Turkish, German.
No, I mean, if you're talking about Chinese, I don't really see that it's difficult. I see that there's no grammar. There's only some kind of, characters that you need to change. The only problem could be with the tones. But if you know how to read, it's not a big deal.
It's about your memory, and also it's about even your listening and speaking skill, because they have 4 intonation, and one word
tones,
you can pronounce.
I know. Yeah, one neutral and four others. I know that. It's not a big deal.
It's a bit. For me, it's difficult. I really think
if you have kind of
much more difficult.
Music sense of harmonic, it's okay for you. If you have a problem with your hearing and listening, probably that's can be a problem, but not for me. And when you say ma, it means like 4 different tones. Yeah, but technically when you just do it for a couple of months, you more or less get used to this stuff. So it's not so hard. And sometimes you do realize what they're definitely talking about. If this ma was at the end, like ma, it means like it's a kind of question because they put it at the end. It's definitely not a mother and not or some kind of verb. So it's just a question, even though, because you start thinking, what is that? Like, wo and how and so on, and it's just like, ta and how. Because when they say ta and how, it's just like ta is a he or ta is a she. And you just have no idea what is it, male or female, because it's a ta, and but you still trying to find out what is this or that is that. I definitely think that it just needs some extra experience, maybe a couple of more months and more practice. Just that wouldn't be pushy, and if they have patience, because a lot of Chinese here, they don't really want you to speak their language because it looks like for them it's a kind of they speak their language because they know that white Americans or any white person will never speak their language, and they're so shocked when they find out that we understand them. How? And they immediately shut up and keep silence because they say they will say something that you can understand. But it's something. But right now I guess it's getting worse and worse because all this GPT chart is getting better and better. So there'll be no choice for them to keep it some kind of in a secret, because I hope maybe next year it'll be in every second app which can easily.
I think that right now every student in the world, use ChatGPT or DeepSeek or kind of this stuff.
The only difference that I don't really want to use it that way. I just want to have it in my, in my kind of skills that I can at least understand. I don't know. I wouldn't say like 100%, but at least like 60% of regular Mandarin dialect. For me, that's enough. And maybe just to, have opportunity to express myself. That's more than enough, I guess. I don't really believe it's a hard language. People say about that and trying to convince me on this thing, but I don't really think. I mean, at least you don't need to conjugate the verbs like in French or in Russian or in, I don't know, Finnish, whatever. More or less it's easy. It's only just tones. But I think it's experience. Probably the most hardest stuff it's the characters, because there's so many characters you need to remember. But if you don't really need to read and don't really need to write, so who cares about the characters?
I see. Also, if we're talking about, your plans, yeah, would you like stay there, and why?
Where?
I mean, in Boston.
Actually, two of my, I would say friends, but technically core, I would say classmates. We have been learning in some kind of IT school. Maybe you heard about that, Portnov school sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And one of them calling me to come to his. He's living in the Redwood City. It's
okay, guys. So I hope you had nice conversations with your partners. So usually after the conversation, we do two things. First of all, we're going to take a screenshot, so please stay with us so we can take a screenshot. And second, I usually, let's actually first take a screenshot. So everyone is here and we can all be in the picture, and then we will talk a little bit about the session. So if you want to be in the picture, please turn your camera. So if you want to be on the picture, please turn your camera on. If you don't want to be on the picture, you can turn your camera off and you will not be at the picture, because I'm going to remove all those who are not with the picture. So yeah. Okay, I'm going to take two pictures because it's a lot of us today. Wow. So the picture, first of all. So wait. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Okay, I closed my eyes. Okay, let's do one more time. So yes, and I forgot to say the most important thing. Grab your cat. This is the most important thing. Grab your cat, grab your dog. Oh my God, Alexandra has again her cat sleeping in the basket. I can't. So grab your cat, grab your dog, or something to be in the picture. So let's go. Okay, and now we're going to take picture number 2. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so thank you so much. I'm a bit stupid today, so I took a ton of pictures. Okay, and usually after the discussion, I ask for for a few people to share something interesting with us. So I will, now you will be able to turn on your mics. I forgot the word. You would be able to turn on your mics. So do we have anybody who would like to share something with us? Something interesting that you learned from your partner, something interesting that you learned in a group, or something that you would just like to show with us on this beautiful March day? Anybody? Irina, go ahead.
Yeah, so we talked about this vacation, but you told us not to talk about some sad things like politics or religion or something like that. But
you did.
We didn't speak about it. We didn't speak about it, but we discussed the image of this celebration nowadays, and it's a bit sad because it's upset because nowadays it's more about commercial. It's more about consumption, and yes, that's. I really like this idea. It was told by my partner, Maria, and yes, that's true. That's what that's what we would like to change in our world, that the women are not valued nowadays. Like, sometimes, not every person does it, but unfortunately sometimes the majority of people do that they see us as and see this vacation as the opportunity to gain money, to sell something, for example, flowers, candies, and some services, and that's sad. Yes, that's
I absolutely agree. I think it came from America, because in America every holiday is a huge thing, and the people spend a lot of time, a lot of money on, like, celebrating Christmas, celebrating Easter, Labor Day, and so on and so forth. So it kind of also came here. I absolutely agree, but what makes me more sad is that the original idea of the holiday is forgotten. So the original idea of the holiday is to celebrate our rights. So women were happy to live in the world and in the countries where we have some rights at all, at least to vote and to have our money, because even last century it wasn't like this. And I hate the idea that they are turning the idea of the day when we have to praise the fact that we have human rights as women to the fact that we should celebrate spring, being beautiful, and make everyone happy. So this is what I hate about the 8th of March in Russia. That's why this day I prefer not to, go online, because I will see some shit definitely. Okay, so thank you so much. Anybody else who would like to share something with us? Alexandra.
Hello, guys. Thank you. It was my first attempt to join this speaking club. It was so nice, and we have a supportive and positive conversation, how to improve our English vocabulary and how practice we use in this field. Yes, and we have a great day today. Thank you.
Okay, well, I'm glad that you're not too scared, and you hope you will come back. Okay, good. Gulia, go ahead.
Hello, everyone, and I want to say thanks, girls from my rooms, and it will be very interesting, but girls will was from another country, and I share thought that it is not fair. For example, from Italian have holidays days more than in Russia, and I think need to repair this situation, and we need to have a lot of holidays. For example, maybe at summer 1-2 weeks, and maybe in autumn 1-2 weeks too. Thank you.
Yeah, it's like, when I worked in the office, I had 6 weeks holidays, 6 weeks of holidays per year, which is a good thing. You have a month and a half off a year. When I worked for the United Nations. But for example, in the United States, you only have 10 days of vacation per year. Can you imagine? Only 10 days. You can do nothing with that. And this is so sad. And I don't know why we should have like 2 months. 2 months a year maybe to have. I don't know. I don't know. Working in an office is a strange thing. I don't get it. Okay, Aramais.
Hello. First of all, I'd like to congratulate you with your day, with the International Women's Day today, and your day is very good, of course, to say the least. And by the way, I'd like to share with the fact that today in our room, I've talked to Yasha and Svetlana. Svetlana was just an amazing and perfect English speaker, by the way, and she told me that she can speak Italian as well, the same level. And what I knew from this conversation that in Italy, people mostly don't work after 8 p.m. From her. If it's right, it's kind of different from our country. I live in Russia, by the way. Yeah, thank you.
When I lived in Serbia, they have the same thing. Like, they really love to relax. So Serbians love to relax. Maybe that's the reason why the country doesn't look so good. But anyways, they love to relax. And what I didn't get is that when you have a weekend or when it's a holiday, everything is closed. You cannot go anywhere. Everything is closed. Nothing works. And on one side, I mean, from one point of view, it's good because people have a chance to relax. They don't have to work 24/7. But on the other hand, I'm not happy with that. Like as a customer, like I'm not happy with the fact that the service is not provided to me 24/7. So yeah. So
Perhaps
this is yeah.
lots of sun, maybe. That's why.
I mean, yeah. Serbs are like Italians. They don't like to work. They like to relax, enjoy, sit and drink a cup of coffee for like 3 hours and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, they're like this. But yeah, I remember like I was in Europe. So in 2026 and 2025. Yeah, I think I spent Christmas in Europe, and that was terrible because you wake up on the 25th of December and nothing works. So everything is dead around you. You have nowhere to go. And this is so bad because that's a holiday. I want to go somewhere. I want to see stuff. I want to go shopping. I want to do something, but everything is dead completely. So I'm not happy about that. Yeah, hello from Montenegro, Polako. I hate this word because Polako to me is like uspokojся. It makes me angry. Okay. Anybody else? We have Darina. Darina, you will be the last person. And I see Sonia's cat. That's cute. Okay, Darina, go ahead.
Honestly, I want to say so big thank you for the girls when we was in a, can I say, breakout rooms, because I know a lot about the different tradition from, can I say, Moscow, Russia, and Belarus, because I'm from Ukraine and now I live in Germany. So I don't have a good knowledge about the traditions. So for me, it's really was so interesting to know something new about like new culture. And I just was so grateful for this opportunity to spend my Saturday morning with good like session, because this one is bringing me a lot of positive energy and positive mood to my following, can I say, day. So yes, thank you a lot.
Okay, thank you so much for coming. Good. I'm very happy that most of us managed to spend this morning. Well, it's not morning for Moscow anymore, but anyways. Okay, so guys, let's stop here. Thank you so much for coming, everyone. I hope you had a nice time, and hope you're going to have a nice weekend. One more time, dear sisters, congratulations on our day. Fight for our rights. No one is going to do that except for us. And I hope that you're going to have a nice vacation. And next week, we're going on the weekend. We're going to have an event that I hope will be kind of a surprise for everyone. So I will update during the week, and yeah, I hope that's going to be something exciting. Anyways, thank you so much for coming. Have a nice rest of the day. Have a nice weekend, and I will see you next week.
Thank you very much.
Bye bye. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Bye bye.